You already know. What up, what up, what up? 3 times, you know what I mean? This is Listen Stream Cop Drop, the one and only big homie, Jersey the 420 Chef, a.k.a. Stretch Armstrong, rolling with the strongest right hand in the game.
It's your girl, Madam Money, a.k.a. Trap. Yeah, so Jersey.
What up?
Huge announcements. Jay Electronica took to Twitter, first tweets ever. You understand that part? Okay, to announce that he will be dropping his debut album fucking a decade later in 40 days and 40 nights from now. He also alluded to the fact that there will be a whole feature on this album. What do you have to say about this?
We discussed this. Like, we were talking about this not too long ago. Like, we were just like pretty much like, I think we was talking about this like around the end of the year, around Christmas time, like Christmas time-ish. You know what I mean? Like the week, like the week before New Year's, we was talking about Jay Electronica album and the weight of the impact of his album. And magically, around the same time we was talking about it, this man said he started recording his album. Very, very hilarious. I find this hilarious, but
I find it very funny, but I am not surprised that we are out here crafting the culture as always. You feel me? Yes, we did have an open discussion that everybody took a part in about when Jay Electronica drops an album, would the world stop? And it was a lot of yes, a lot of no's. But now that he's taking his Twitter and says this, everybody seems like they on board for it. You feel me? So
I mean,
I don't know.
And this is exactly what I said though. I was like, listen, it was Jay Elect. Like, we're not going to ignore what he did, and you know what I mean. It's very wild though, because we just had the whole picture of him come out in the motherfucking Snapchat, like filter
strawberry joint.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, so I'm not
dropping pussy perfume. We gonna keep it funky around this motherfucker. You hear me? It's a lot going on with this man.
Yeah, as far as I don't know as far as this, like with her and the perfume. That's a whole nother lane. I didn't even click that. I felt like that was clickbait. Like, I didn't even read that shit. You feel me? Like that's some other shit.
I just commented on it. I ain't read.
Yeah, just the fact to see the headline, I was like, clickbait. So but nevertheless though, like,
I believe her.
this dude though decided to release this album on some 40 days, 40 nights, the whole Nina, like, all right, cuz like I'm telling you, nobody's pulling any punches. That the moment anything on this album sounds any bit off and lackluster or not up to par, like, he's hearing it. Like, there's no punches pulled, no filter. Like, I mean, bruh, like, we've waited on this out. Like, he's been, like, okay, I'll put it like this. He's been signed to Ho since 2010. And he was like, and other than that, he was a Ghost in the Machine for 3 years before that. You feel me? And it's just like, so it's like, bruh, you've built up the anticipation. Like, I haven't seen the anticipation for an album like this in a long time. Especially in this era of streaming, like the streaming era and the microwave generation, like, to do what he's doing right now and literally still get the response that he's getting, it's saying a lot. Like, it says a lot.
I have so many thoughts about this. I also want to mention that Ho did take Twitter too and liked every one of Jay Electronica's tweets. He have not been on Twitter since his, little drunken highlight for everybody, bigging up everybody in the game, basically. But, I want to say, will this be like a title exclusive? Would that be something that would break, anything going on over there? Because, like, what don't he have? I mean, he's on his label. Shouldn't he be able to fine tune this and it just be, exclusive to title? I'm looking
yeah, they're gonna definitely run that. They're definitely running that, like, just like The Life of Pablo and what else, 444. Like, everything lives on title for about a couple weeks.
The Carter album too, yes.
Yeah, they eat it, and then after that, then the rest of the world gonna be able to jump on it.
Okay.
I think just off the, like, hip hop heads alone, though. Hip hop heads alone, there's gonna be a couple people it's gonna be some new people that tap in. I don't know, but for Hov to step, like, I don't. When is the last time we've seen Hove okay or support something that wasn't up to par? Like,
that's a major fact. So all of this, you know, that's part of this album's rollout. You feel me? Like Jay Electronica is not the type to be going around and doing interviews and stuff like that, which
there's
somebody might
no.
sneak one in there on the rap radar, or you know, a title, an exclusive joint. You feel me? I really am looking forward to this. I'm just looking forward to it. Now, I know in 40 days I get a new whole verse to add to the collection. That's
Yeah, but
really
see, it's see, like this is the thing that makes it ill for me because I've been a Jay Elect fan and been with like everybody know that if you a die hard like MC Head, then you've been chasing Jay Elect in them like a ghost in a machine, and everybody knows that there's always been the talk of his album being done. He said it before. Just Blaze has said it, like everybody, like Guru, like a lot of people who have worked with him have said it, that he's had an album that's been done way before this announcement even came out.
Yeah.
So for him to say that there's a whole entire new project, like I want some of the old shit too though. We need to run that old shit, bro. Like
We need to double up.
Like yeah, that's my thing. Like
we
what
need a
like
10
yeah.
year and a now, because I'm pretty sure the content that he's
Something.
put forth in rapping these couple little weeks, you feel me? We talking about December 26th up until now. That's only been about
that's a good month. Like yeah,
that's
that's
not
a
even
month
two
and a
full
half.
fucking months almost. So like, you know, come on guys,
Bruh.
this is gonna be epic. You feel me? This is gonna be crazy. It's just that, you know, he played in the social media game already. He announced it on Twitter. There we go, guys. So you already know what it's about.
Hey, but nevertheless, thank you, like Jay Elect. I really hope it lives up to the mystique that, you know what I mean, and the mystery that's behind that man's name, like for real, because he's set forth a hell of a fucking table, bro. Like to make somebody wait this long for a debut album.
This is debut album.
Nah, but see, like Dave East has had multiple debut albums. Like Meg Thee Stallion's had multiple albums. Like that's what I'm saying. It's something totally different. This shit is crazy. So
we haven't even so much had like a full ass mixtape or any taste of this. He always just come out bits and pieces and his original works when we first heard about him. But look what we made.
It's crazy. All right, what's up? Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take so much time, but yeah.
It's crazy. It's just that's just like the dopest information that could possibly happen. At least we have something to look forward to coming from over there. 2020 brung forth Jay Electronica's album if he drops it. Now let's hope he doesn't let the people down on some bullshit. Mad tracks dropped, mad albums dropped. I want to start with the albums. We're gonna take it from the top. We're gonna go with the Price of Tea in China, Boldy James, Alchemist joint project. We on the past episode they had an album. We definitely had they had like an EP. We really wasn't into it, wasn't feeling it too much. How do you feel about this second set of music coming from this duo, Boldy James and the Alchemist?
I'm starting to think it was a glitch in the Matrix or something, because I felt like this is a part of my life that I relived before. It was like deja vu, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm reliving hearing the same artist with the same monotone voice and the same approach to each Alchemist track that's dope as hell. Don't get me wrong, like, and this batch was different from Alchemist. This batch was special. Like, I'm sorry, but the production on this one,
the production on this one is definitely way better than on the last project.
Way better than the last one. Like,
most certainly.
It's like Alchemist was to hear everybody complain and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give a better batch of beats, and I hope, like, you know, and it didn't. And that's the only improvement. Like, honestly, like the features was dope. Benny had a dope ass Heat Rock on there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I mean, like I don't get it. I just don't get the hype around Boldy James. And it wasn't like, I mean, I listen to him, but it's just like, I need, you know what I mean? He doesn't rap with a passion or conviction. He raps like he's reading with his finger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fuck with it. Like, you know what I mean? No, I don't even, not even trying to say I'm trying to disrespect the man art, but you know what I mean? If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, you know, when it comes down to artists like Boldy James, since we, just had a work from him, now we have a newer work from him. I was really anticipating something different. And just like you said, it's each and every track of that same monotone, no flexion, no amp. It's no direction. Nobody's giving him any direction. And I blame the producer. Let me explain something to you, because producers know when to tell you, hey man, you gotta lift up a little bit. Hey man, you gotta do it like this. Hey man, you gotta do it like that. You feel me? I don't know how much money is being crossed up here that nobody is saying nothing. And Alchemist got beats to spare, so he don't give a fuck. You feel me? Hey man, you bought it. Go do what you want to do on it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're in the same room doing this stuff, because like, yo,
there's
no way. Just like you brung up the features. It's a feature with Vince Staples on there, Surf and Turf, Benny the Butcher, Scrape the Bowl, Freddie Gibbs, Snort. You feel me? Gray October featuring Evidence. Now that is a crazy produced track too. I was trying to see, because Evidence is a producer himself too. I want to see, like, you know, what hands was touched with it, what's going on with it. Who had the best feature on the album? Because we not, fuck him, fuck Boldy James. Who had the best feature on this project?
I don't know, because I felt like Vince's. When I heard Vince's, that caught me off. I was like, oh, okay, but Vince was on it. Benny does what Benny does. Freddie does what Freddie does. I'm almost to the point thinking like these might have been like leftover, like they might have been like Alchemist they might have owed Alchemist a verse and gave him a verse, and he was just able to throw Boldy on it or something like that. I don't know.
It's really
they all the top. Now I ain't even gonna compare them. I ain't gonna compare them, because those were all helpers for his album. Those are all 3 or 4 different like additional helpers, that like 3 more plus marks, and you know what I mean, to make the album actually tolerable. But beats and features. But I will never. I'm sorry, Boldy, you know what I mean? Hopefully you switch your swag up and get a little bit better. I might give you a little listen. But other than that, if I hear your name, I'm not fucking with it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like, it's just no energy. It's vibeless. It's just like, it's vibeless, but it has these dope ass beats and these dope ass features. I can't really stand behind it. Now, I'm not going to discredit his lyrics at all.
No, he got bars. Like, he got
if
you write his shit down. Yeah, if you write his shit down and read it, it's dope. But the heroes,
he's not
like,
fly it off with it. Not fly it off with it. All right. I want to switch up gears a little bit. Pop Smoke, you feel me? Dropped the album Meet the Woo 2. Meet the Woo 1 had, you know, big success with a couple of his singles that's off of there. Have a couple of features on here as well. Shake the Room with Quavo. Foreigner with A Boogie with the Hoodie. New Boy Out There, 504 in. My Man on the Low, Lil TJ is on 2 tracks on this album. What do you feel about an album like this?
This shit is trash. Like, I don't get, like, listen, and I'm not even being biased, bro. Like, every beat sounds the same. If he had like one beat that was different from everything else, anybody that knows anything about production and drum programming, you hear this it's the same fucking method for every fucking song. Like, every song sound like the same song with a slight remix, a slight little twisted. Like, nah, I can't listen to dude, yo. I can't listen to him. I don't know. I don't know. I like and Brooklyn is supposed to be the home of the spitters. Like, Brooklyn's the home of the spitters. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, Brooklyn Drill is taking a real precedence in this, and this is not the best Brooklyn Drill artist we have. I'm gonna sit here and always say that 22 G's is the best Brooklyn Drill sound artist that you know what I mean, Brooklyn has. This guy right here, he really, because his voice is so different, he's standing out. He has that deep thing, but it's similar to the Price of Tea in China. It's the same shit over and over again. And like, you know, we are looking for diversity here. You feel me? Even though it's 2 different vibes, this is a drill vibe. The other one, you feel me, is more in the lyricist lane. It is too monotone. I put down here, every song is the same song. For the Price of Tea in China, every song is the same song. You feel me?
Christ, yeah. At least the only thing I can give Boldy James credit for, though, his beats didn't sound the same. You know what I mean? But still, yo, when I say every song in that Pop Smoke, I was like, yo, I can't believe this. I was like, this is what I was like. You know, we had our conversation about it when you said Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? And I looked at you like, you fucking serious? But you know,
and I said, bear with
I get,
me. Let's go. Okay.
You know, I more than anything, you know, I always will always see the point through. But yeah, that shit. Bruh, like, I was like, yo, nah, man.
He has this thing in the production, and it's on every song, like you said, that carries him through this thing. His flow is built around this one sound. I can't really put my hand on the instrumentation, but it's that doom doom doom. It's like a real
It's the off pattern, like it's like an off pattern beat. It's like an off pattern drums. It's like the drums, and it's all built around the drums. Yo, that shit is
every
whack.
fucking
like,
track,
listen,
dog. It can't take
listen,
it.
Pop Smoke, if you see this, bro, you got to do something different, my guy. Like, just have songs that sound different. Let's just start there. Like, you know what I mean? All
Get a different producer, my nigga. This is all. Let me hear you on somebody else's track. Let me hear you featured on somebody else's
some throwback shit.
What you could bring to the table other than that, because you know he has success on the chart. Like, he's a club rapper. You feel me? But even our club rappers from the golden era, dog, was diverse as a motherfucker. So let's get this shit straight.
We're gonna have to talk about that, because I think we're gonna really need an episode of why the golden era is so praised and people stick on it. Because it's like I know a lot of new guys and a lot of new artists that are great artists and great producers that really don't like how people speak on the golden era. But we'll have to address that. We'll talk about that later. But yo, keep it.
No, we definitely got it. Listen, I got the notes. We got it.
All right.
All right. Sure. Now we're gonna jump into Denzel Curry, Kenny Beats. You feel me? Damn. What is it? Untracked, Unloaded. I can't remember the name of it, but it was short 8 tracks. You feel me? I was really surprised by this. But how did you take it?
This was definitely different. You know what I'm saying? But in the essence of what hip hop is, this was good, because this is what it was. That's raw hip hop. Like, it's real deal hip hop. You know what I mean? The lyrics were there. I mean, he had the wordplay, like everything. He was just right. He was legit rapping. You know what I'm saying? And he had voice inflection. You know what I mean? He had some charisma. He had his own style. Had his own flow. And then Kenny Beats was, you know what I mean, doing something totally different, giving you different sounds to rock with and to work with. Like, you know what I mean? So this was a little bit of, you know what I mean, a little bit of hip hop gumbo. I mean, I've heard a homie before, you know what I mean, Denzel Curry, you know what I mean? But like, to hear this full-length project in the midst of all of this, like, I appreciated it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm probably gonna give this like a couple runs back just to see what's really on it, and then, you know what I mean, keep my eye on homie, you know what I'm saying? Because I can see that he's understanding, like, he's apparently trying, you know what I mean, pushing the boundaries.
Been in the game since 2011. He's only 24 years old and been in the game since 2011. You feel me? He's a young cat in the game, on the scene and stuff like that. So to see this project coming from him, I was really taken back by this. I really enjoyed this a lot. Just the energy, just the beats. It's like, you know, Kenny Beats was in there. He was playing around. It kind of like a Mad Lib like a thing. It's like it's a crazy.
He had his own fire,
coming from it. Yeah, it's a crazy thing coming from it. I like the first track, Take Back. That's dope. Hey, I do wanna real quick on the second track called Pyro Leak 2019. He said my bitch bad like battle rappers that make albums, and I was like, that was one of his first bars on the shit.
Listen,
I was like, all right, you know, shots fired, shots fired. You feel me? It's all good. Track 7, the closeout track 2, 8 Cosmic. That was banging. So you feel me? This is not a project where you should be dissecting all the bar work too much, because he got a little sketchy shit in there.
Yeah, some shit here and there. Yeah,
you're not gonna sit here in front, you know. You feel me? But at least it's entertaining and it's engaging enough where you want to listen to it again. You feel me? Like, you want to listen to it again. So this was dope. This was dope coming from him. I want to go into Jaz-O, the warm-up. Jesus Christ, what year is this that Jaz-O has put out an album? Oh my God. Like, yo, I wanna get your opinion on that.
I don't know what I don't know what he was thinking, and I don't know who was over there that co-signed this, yo. Like, real
nobody.
shit.
It was him.
Jaz-O, yo, it's been over, dog. It's been over, man. Go ahead and wrap that shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on everything, like, we love you and we appreciate your contribution to the game. You gave us one of the greatest, you know what I mean? You let it, you know what I mean? You put him right on you and we appreciate you. We humbly, graciously, but wrap that shit up, be like, get that, get that. like first, you like 50 in a Puma suit. Like, yo, really? Like,
Listen,
for
leave
real?
him alone, okay? Because one day I will be
All
50
right,
in a Puma
all
suit.
right,
All right,
my
let's check
bad.
this.
I'm sorry.
That's
All
a
right,
Brooklyn. That's a Brooklyn thing. All right, you hear
okay,
this?
all
You
right,
hear
my
this right
bad.
now.
I'm sorry.
All
All
right.
right, man.
I want to ask you a question. First of all, I did not expect this. You know, when we hear Jaz-O, right? We're expecting the fast rock. We know him to be this fast spitter. You know, have this
Oh,
style.
he gave us that. He damn sure gave
A
us that.
couple of times he gave us this on the album, but it was really a slow back draw. But I want to ask you one question. Would this been a better project if it was a newer artist? If it was a new artist and put the same shit down, would this been an okay album without the influence of It's Jaz-O?
No, I don't
Oh
think
shit.
I don't even say that. Like, even if you would have put it as a newer artist, this album sounds so fucking dated. Like, you need to, like, if you rewinded Baby back to, like, you could have got this off 06, 08, like 06, 08. Okay, 02, 04, like, you know what I mean?
I was really about to say 96 or 98. You should have came out with this shit. But you know, valiant effort, everybody out here trying to eat. But I did want to ask you that,
It's
you know, if
2020.
somebody else
It's
came with that same
2020.
vibe in 2020, would you appreciate the work more? Or is it just because it's Jaz-O, we're like, all
Nah,
right.
it's other holes that's actually in this. In fact, the only reason why we are even listening to this is because it's Jaz-O. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
For real. So,
That's a fact.
nah.
Shout out to Kings County though. I never forget. I'm throwing up the rock. I know he's gonna hit that shit, but it's all good. I gotta do it any chance I get. Let's go. All right, Jaz-O, to warm up. You feel me? You stretched out. You motherfucker hurt yourself on the warm up. Sorry, dog. You gotta get on the bench. Let's move into two Chainz. True. No Face, No Case. This is 2 Chainz album showcasing his newer talent that he has on his label. You know,
Word.
underneath him, the artists on his label, Sleepy Rose, Schoolie, Hot and Locked In. You feel me?
Yeah.
In the guy world. What did you feel about this project?
All right, so y'all know me. I love bars. I'm the MC. I love MCs, lyricism. You know what I mean? Catchy, witty shit. But you know, I
really working on his style and his technique. But he's a real fun rapper. You got to check out Camelot. He got a couple remixes out on people joints and stuff like that. I fuck with Chopper. I was happy to see Chopper on this album because it's just
so right. Just moving with that energy alone, you see people linking, you know what I mean? I don't mind for people to link. I just don't want them to link too much to the point where you hear them all the time and it oversaturates each other's sound type shit. You know
they
what I
don't
mean?
do that. They don't do that. When it comes down to Dark Law, when it comes down to the V-Don anyway, he's real sporadic and it's real this, that, and the third. And the people that he chooses to work with, he does have a good rapport with and he makes them sound good. I'm going to tell you something. It's a song on here with Dave East called Get Back. All right? We all know, I say about Dave East, he's the most punched in artist of the new era. All right? Guess what? V-Don doubled up on the punches and made that shit have a reverb on him where you can't catch the punches. But I know they there because V-Don is the only producer that took the time to do that shit. You understand? I know this man's rhyme flexion, his rhyme pattern, and I see the work. That's a fucking producer right there. That's what should have happened to Boldy James on this album right here. Something had to be in there to change the texture, change the tones of that man's voice, Boldy James on there. But man, the production alone on this Dave East track coming from V-Don, like, yo, he really engineered the track. And that's some fly shit to me. When you have people that actually know what they're doing and they know how to bring out the best in the artist, it's nothing but, you know what I mean? You don't have nothing but my good graces come from me. But I listened to this. This was my car test. I got a chance to listen to this album on the car test. You feel me? And knocking. Forefathers with Dark Law. I just love Dark Law. So it doesn't matter. He could do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you Dark Law out, so you know.
Yeah, I fuck with him. And he got another project coming out with V-Don too. He just dropped a Prophecy with V-Don with 2 little tracks or whatever. Wintertime Rules. I'ma still bring it up because that shit's hard. All right. So we're gonna move into like our last album review. You feel me? For albums. Rhythm and Flow winner, Smoke D. Dropped the project. You feel me? Oh, D Smoke. I said it back.
Yeah, I was about to say,
D Smoke. Yeah,
Yeah.
D Smoke. He dropped a bomb ass project. What did you think about this project?
It was definitely something dope and appreciated. You know what I mean? I wanted to see what he was going to actually, you know what I mean, put forth, or what he was going to do with the fact that he won that money. And you know what I mean, for him to actually put out a project, it was great. Like, first of all, it was a quality project in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Had a nice theme, you know what I mean, from top to bottom, from the intro all the way down to the album cover, kept consistent with that wholesome, you know what I mean, family theme. And he's trying to, you know what I mean, still some morals and some values with his message, you know what I mean, along with also telling stories of his past and his surroundings in his neighborhood. And we haven't had like dope ass rapping and quality work and somebody putting forth effort and production and time and lyrics and sounding. We haven't had like nobody do this much work in a long time. But the thing is, I feel like it's going to get overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the fact that he came from a show on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that he has association with TDE and his brother. You know what I mean? His brother is Inglewood Sir, and then they might even give him comparisons to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I think like
gave me those vibes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's going to get so overlooked, but it's still quality. It was still a quality album, and it was quality body of work that I appreciated, you know what I mean, regardless of the fact. Like, how you feel about it, though?
I definitely appreciated this album for real. I was real taken back by it, because normally when it is a contest winner or something like that, it comes across cheesy, or they're really trying to do things to, you know, for mainstream success. This did not come off like that, even though it has radio ready work on here. This is a fine project. I'm like really blown away by this right here. He has the track Bullies, the track No Commas. That's the first time we start hearing him speaking Spanish. Then it elevates it a little bit. He has a feature with Snoop Dogg on there, Gas for Gangster. You feel me? That shit was just entirely too tough. That track with Snoop Dogg, that shit is ready to go. You feel me? That could be the one to highlight, to give him some highlight on this. He has a Jill Scott feature on here. Argument. As soon as I saw a name, I thought of you. I was like, all right. He's keeping everything really, you know, cohesive. It did give me Kendrick vibes, though. It did give me Kendrick vibes. But I wrote down here, this was dope for real, because this is what, you know what I mean? This was dope. I was so happy to hear this. It was just like a real fresh project. And to hear this guy fluently speaking back and forth in Spanish, it's not overdone. He's not using it as a gimmick. He's really using it as part of his life. You feel me? It's something that he knows how to do.
That's who he's free. That's where he's from. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it. I mean, I know niggas that's lived around Spanish people their whole life will never take the time to learn that shit.
Yo,
speak fluent like that.
Puerto Ricans, niggas been living next door to Puerto Ricans for 26 years and can't even say what in Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
At all. Period. So you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but this right here, people, it's gonna be us, Jersey. It's gonna be us. That make sure people hear this and it doesn't get drowned out and it doesn't get overlooked. It's gonna be us. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm definitely saluting to the homie, man. Dope ass album.
Wanna let him know, definitely fine body of work. Keep this shit up, dog. Be consistent in this. Keep it up. You're gonna hit one of these off. Like, one of these tracks is gonna hit off. They are. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. But you know, that's all the albums that Jersey. Now we gonna owe the people. And I feel like we always do this to HusKingPin. We're going to owe HusKingPin.
Yeah. Hush.
The next time around, I caught it late. King of the Underworld.
Yes. He did drop something on the Sleep On, and he dropped it on Bandcamp. We tell you all the time.
It's on Bandcamp.
It's on Bandcamp. It's where the heat is, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Hush. I saw it like right before we got the recording. I saw that he snuck something in there. I was like, Hush working, because this is like the second project or something that he's dropped real recently in the last couple of months.
Him in there. He always flying up here. No promo, just dropping and stuff like that. So we're gonna owe HusKingPin, you know, a little bit on the next episode.
On the next one, we got you, Hush, man. So salute, salute, my guy.
That, you know. But for album reviews, that's all that's been going. And that's a lot. That's a lot. We sitting out here, we working, dog. You hear us with this? There's a lot of albums to review. A couple singles came up, and you know, between albums, I do like to break it up whatever new single came out. I do
Yeah.
want to highlight a couple things that I heard about and things that I actually heard. Now, things that I've heard about. Jadakiss, here we go. Jadakiss and Pusha T supposedly have a single coming out called Hunting Season. So I'm trying to see where is Jada going with all of these single drops and stuff like that. There should be a good them together on the track. Is just, you know what I mean. That's
I think it'll. Yeah, he gonna make Jada.
Yeah.
He gonna make Jada rap. So hopefully that'll come
Make
out.
Jada rap again. Make Jada rap again. But this has one of those feels when it's like you just dropping this single could be a part of that classic album I'm sitting here trying to get from you. You feel me? You feel me? It ain't gonna happen. I feel you. It's all right. Till they turn blue. All right, listen. All right, I know this ain't really your style or your aesthetic, but I do want to bring this up. A couple controversy bars coming from Nicki Minaj on the song Yikes. This officially dropped yesterday. All week long, they've been dragging her ass because she made some disparaging comments in this verse about Rosa Parks. And given that this is Black History Month, she said she told all the bitches they should stand up for her, like, Rosa Parks, get out your seat like Rosa Parks on the bus. Yeah, that's the face everybody fucking made. They wasn't beat. You feel me? It came to a point where leaders in our community motivators and stuff like that brung it. Daddy in background and everything like that. And this is not the first time where she has taken our most powerful figures and tried to manipulate them. She did it with Malcolm X, with looking ass nigga. She put him out there as a looking ass nigga. Now she's doing with Rosa Parks on Yikes. You feel me? I just want to throw it out there. I like the song though for her. I'm not gonna lie. For her, I like the song. Her first two bars is about coke prices. So that's all. I mean, it is what it is. All right, double. I'll put them down. Like, it's okay. It's okay. All right. But I just want to throw it out there because, she should be a little bit more conscious of what the fuck she's saying out there. This is how I know she's writing her own lyrics as well. This type of things lets me know she's writing her own lyrics. That's serious. That's it. She's not getting no help from nobody writing no shit like that. Let me explain.
Maybe that bullshit. Safari when you write no bullshit like that.
You feel me? Her ex, which they got into a big thing on Twitter. You feel me? Her ex, Meek Mill, was throwing each other way out there. It reminded me of the conversation we just had on the Real Ones Know episode. Exes that can't leave the shit the fuck alone. They came out there, dragged each other all through the fucking mud. But Drake, she said that Meek Mill was sucking Drake dick too hard. I can't get over that shit. But anyway, Meek Mill, yes, that's what she told a nigga. Meek Mill dropped the track Believe featuring Justin Timberlake. You feel me? Which is it's a soft track. It's a softer track coming from Meek Mill. Justin Timberlake always finding his way back into the fucking.
We don't want you. Yeah, I'm about to say turn right the fuck back around and go back to that log cabin with that bum ass album, Justin. Like, we know you flopped and you trying to come back, nigga. Yeah,
that's how it always is. I think Meek Mill found Hove old, you feel me? Blackberry got Justin number out. Y'all link up on this collaboration and shit like that. But it's a softer track coming from him. Meek's talk about his feelings on the first verse at least and stuff like that. So I just want to throw it out there. Everybody check it out. Meek Mill's supposed to be dropping the album real soon too. You feel me? He just had the Grammy nomination with Championship. So his expectation level on this album has to be high. He has to have that same intensity that got him there to carry him through on to the rest of his career. But go looking out for all of them. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Royce the 5'9", Benny the Butcher. They dropped a track Upside Down. Now this is the second collaboration we seen Royce the 5'9" do with a Griselda member. You feel me? The first one was Overcomer with Westside Gun on it, which in my opinion, this is Royce verse on Overcomer is the verse to beat for 2020 right now. That's the verse to beat. That's the feature to beat. I'm saying it here right now. You have to come as hard as Royce the 5'9" did on Overcomer to impress me with verses this year. But here's another track. This is his track Upside Down. Did you get a chance to listen to it?
Yeah, but it's February. You know, I heard what he was saying. He was saying some things, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of caught me off guard with, you know, the way he came on the track. But it's still February. I think we're going to hear some more. Hopefully, it's a full-length project behind all of this. So,
Oh, it's
you
coming
know.
soon. Next
Yeah,
month.
so, you know, yeah, so
Next
I'm
month.
fucking, I was fucking with it, though. You know, I'm happy for Royce. Royce is a real MC, so good to hear
Benny
him.
killed
You know
this
what I mean?
shit. Benny killed this feature on the low.
I mean, and I see it's all in-house shady circle. So you know, I seen Royce just did a track with West Side Gun not too long ago, and now he's dropping something with Benny. So I see it's all love in-house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you know what I mean?
This is real strong coming from. I like the fact that Royce is being really vocal. Wanted to stand out, not bars. It was like an intermission in the track where Royce was speaking, and he was like, you know, only your masters don't mean nothing if your music is not solid enough to stand the test of time.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah,
So
it's like,
fucking true.
it's like a bunch of
you
nothing.
own all your work, but your work trash. Nobody's listening to your work. You feel me?
Yeah.
No, I really did appreciate that. I really do appreciate Royce on this one. We're like, okay, when he had the Book of Ryan and all of that stuff, he was being really personal and really, you know, really divulging what was going on with him and things with his dad and stuff like that. With this Royce we're getting into, Lord Jamar done put a fire up underneath this man's ass. Where he's out here, he's spitting knowledge and he's giving you all these bars. It ain't really personal. He out here just spitting for you and trying to drop knowledge at the same time. So it's always cool to see an artist that's been in the game so long come and do something like this. It's really cool. Royce the 5'9", he also has a sample on this track. Jersey, you ready for Sample Wars?
Yeah, what's going on? Let's talk about it.
All right. In the beginning of Upside Down, the lovely Ashley Sorrell comes on there and she sings which is happens to be a Susan Vega track called Tom's Diner. You feel me? It's a dance track. On the come up, we all know this particular song for the most part. But it's been sampled so many times in hip hop. So many times in hip hop. I was really surprised that they went and pulled that to be one of the melody elements in this Upside Down, but that's kind of how the song goes in itself. If y'all need reference to the beat on a sample, it's on Aaliyah's Hot Like Fire, Timberlake remix, okay? Tupac made Dope Fiend's Diner because the original track is called Tom's Diner. He lifted the track and shit like that. And the infamous Lil' Kim also used this amongst all other people. So just want to highlight that out there. You feel me? It's just a familiar little melody they decided to use on the track, which is kind of different coming from Royce the 5'9".
I want to go back further with that, though. It was a song, I want to say Shorty's name was, I don't want to say it was Nicki D. It was a chick, though. But she had a song called Daddy's Little Girl about a young girl that was in high school, moving kind of fast, moving with the fellas and got pregnant. And it was like, throwback. That was like late 80s, early 90s. I want to say it might have been like 90, 91. Like, I'm going to look that up. I'm going to damn sure put that in the description.
It's crazy because that melody, this song from Susan Vega comes out around that same time. This is like, 92, 91 dance music or something like that. Maybe a little later down the road. It's really dance type music. All right. I mean, that's about it. You feel me? That's a lot that happened.
Yeah.
The last couple hours, be honest with you.
Yeah, with the music.
Do you got a top pick for this week? I do want to ask you that. Do you got a top pick of the albums that we covered?
Okay, we did Boldy James, Pop Smoke, the homie Smoke, D Smoke from I say give D Smoke a listen and definitely give Denzel Curry a listen.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
Like and make sure you spin the fuck out that Royce single. You know what I'm saying? That deserves a lot of burn. So yeah, that's my three. You know what I mean? If I have anything to say about anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with D Smoke. That might be my favorite project for the week. Deadass. Might just give it to him on those notes. You feel me? After that, Denzel Curry joint. Make sure you're out there with it. And don't forget about Maybe you should forget about it. I forgot about it. Hey, don't forget about. No, those are two. I'll stick with those two right there. We good. We good.
This ain't a lot to pick from. Ain't a lot
No,
to pick from.
it is not a lot to pick from, but you know
Go
what?
to Bandcamp.
I'm
Yeah, go
bumping
to
2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz.
Oh yeah, I was about to say,
Here we
yeah,
go.
2 Chainz. Make sure
2
y'all grab,
Chainz.
bang the 2 Chainz, because that's definitely a fun album. And HusKingPin on Bandcamp. Gotta keep sounding that out. I'm gonna plug the link. Shout out to Hus. What's up? We fuck with you over here. Listen, stream, cop, drop, big fans, yo. You be killing shit.
Yeah, we about to give you a side show on the low. Like, you coming in to discuss the evolution of HusKingPin and shit like that. But all right. But yeah, you know, Jersey, let's get out of here. We good.
On that note, you already know who we are. You know where to find us at. You know what I mean? Jersey the 420 Chef. And then the greatest right hand. Find her at L_S_C_D_. Don't forget that last underscore. Because we'll break your fucking neck if you go and follow somebody else. Like, we're not playing that shit. But we appreciate y'all. You know, we got some more kick reviews coming up. We just had to let it cool off because we ran down on y'all real hard. But don't worry. Got some shit in the tank. Some shit. And please believe, it is before the shoe even comes out. So, you know what I mean? Give you all the advice on what to look for, the little dope things about it. A couple other exclusives that are out there. So, you know, keep tapping in. And, oh, yeah. We got a bad rap episode coming up for y'all too, so make sure y'all, you know what I mean, stay in tune, stay in line with everything. We appreciate the love, y'all. We appreciate it.
For real, definitely appreciate all the support. Thanks everybody for, you know what I mean, keeping in touch with us, letting them know what's good, what's not. Be on the lookout for this battle rap episode because it's about to go down. All right, so as always, you guys, we'll be seeing you around. Feel me?